Here. Hi guys. So just to go a little bit about like what we do as well as like programs and events we organize. So for programs, most notably, we have the high school bridge program. Last year we did it for rising ninth graders, and this year we're expanding it to rising 10th graders as well. We also have a program dedicated to ISEE and the SSAT prep, which is notably like the, I think, private high school entrance exams, which some people are really interested in. We are also developing the sort of youth mentorship program because many of our instructors are rising seniors and rising juniors who will be going into like the college application process, and we would love to share our experience as well as like where we end up with you guys. And we also have a bunch of like enrichment and entertainment programs, which include like K-pop dance, 3D art, science Olympiad, chess, CFA, as well as like SAT math. And then in terms of events we host, we do social activities occasionally. Like we'll gather around, if you're locally at Melbourne, we do events at Taylor Park. We also have t-shirt sales and book exchanges for those who are interested. The book exchange is actually a pretty cool event where older students donate or sell their books to younger students so that we're able to sort of like have the books go from generation to generation. And it is a lot cheaper than actually having to buy like the new book online, which is a lot of the times really, really expensive. And we also organize volunteering events. I know if you're local, once again, like at Melbourne, we go to the food bank, which is like down the street, but it's like better if we do it in groups because we can also have like an opportunity to socialize. And then onto free programs that we do, we have like math gatherings as well as math homework help, and we are also opening up a CFA circle this year. Probably what we're going to go into next is our high school bridge program, all the specific classes we offer within the bridge program, and our instructors, as well as like a brief overview of like what students should expect when they come to the class and like what students like, or if you're like not sure whether or not you want to come to this class, like why exactly like you should come. Okay, hi guys, I'm Angelina and I'm going to be the instructor for English for the rising ninth and 10th graders. So I'm a current junior in high school and I've taught this class last year and well, like we're expanding it this year to also include rising 10th graders. And I'm very, very excited to share my passion and interest in English with all of our students. And in my free time, I really like playing Scrabble. You can find me playing Florina in intense games of Scrabble. And I also really like doing daily crosswords on the internet. So I do like spending a lot of my free time doing English and like tackling English challenges. And most notably, some of my awards was that I won the 2024 Governor's Award in Arts Education, as well as a couple of like debate awards. Um, and yeah, I've been tutoring for quite a long time as well. So this course is sort of separated into two parts, one for rising ninth graders and one for rising 10th graders. And the like overview of the course is a little bit different. So for rising ninth graders, the course is mainly going to focus on argumentative writing, which is mostly what is taught throughout like my local high school at Melbourne. And we're going to be reading texts or pretty famous texts such as like Lord of the Flies, The Great Gatsby, as well as All My Sons. And not all of the books are from English 9. There are also some from the 10th grade curriculum that are a bit more advanced and do need like more concentration and more analysis. But I do think it'll be helpful to introduce some of the 10th grade books to the rising ninth graders. And there's also going to be less homework for the ninth graders, and it's less intensive overall to sort of reflect the English 9 curriculum versus the American literature curriculum. And here's the curriculum for 10th graders. It's more in depth for argumentative writing, but also it introduces some creative writing. This is for the students who took the Rising Ninth grade course last year, or for just Rising 10th graders in general. Why creative writing, even though 10th graders at Melbourne High School don't learn creative writing? Because many students around the country probably take creative writing sometime in high school that are rising 10th graders, so we decided to like expand our reach. But as well as the fact that a lot of students who do want to take English also want to take AP English Language and Composition sometime throughout their high school career. And a lot of that focuses on your identity and creative writing and how you can use your experience to craft arguments as well as just write pieces that can attract the attention of others. So in this course, we'll be reading as well as watching films. So I know Hoop Dreams is a pretty famous film that's pretty cool to watch as well as like write essays on. We're also going to be reading All My Sons, reading Lolita and Tehran, and reading with Patrick, which and the last two books are books that are offered in our AP English Language and Composition curriculum. So we kind of want the ninth and 10th graders to get a jump start as like on the courses they might take like a couple years into the future.
Hi everyone. I'm Mason, and I'll be ta teaching the history classes, World History and U.S. History 1. I'm really interested in studying stuff, in the historical fields such as political science and sociology and anthropology. And some of my experience includes just these grades in these history classes, but I'm also going to be taking some of these classes next year, which include comparative government and economics. And another thing about my background is that I'm the co-president and founder of the Public Speaking Club, a global diplomacy officer, just some volunteer and research programs as well. So for rising ninth graders, I'll be teaching world history, which at Melbourne High School is our freshman year course. We're going to have more of a focus on semester one, which includes Asia, non-European civilizations, the Renaissance, Protestant Reformation, Scientific Revolution, and Enlightenment. In semester two, we'll be focusing much more on Europe. And basically in this class, a lot of writing tips as well as geographic skills will be taught. And also the homework and practice in these classes will be similar to the ones found in the class and on tests. And for rising 10th graders, I'll be teaching US History 1, which is arguably one of the hardest Melbourne history classes. So we'll be focusing on semester one because semester one is important for AP applications, which includes Native Americans, colonial societies, the Revolution, Constitutional Convention, and First Great Awakening. And in semester two, we'll dive more into some of the lesser known areas that we've learned in eighth grade history, which includes reformers, the Second Great Awakening, the Market Revolution, as well as the Civil War and Reconstruction. Similar to ninth grade history, you will be taught the same multiple choice writing and reading tips um, as well. And we'll be going from the first president, Washington, to the 18th president, Hayes, in this class. So the thing is, world history is one of the most important classes at Melbourne High School, even if you're majoring in STEM, because it grants access to one of the only two, besides elective, AP classes in 10th grade. You can see the course requirements here, but the thing is, the image on the left shows it's directly from Harvard's page. A lot of colleges, even if you're not interested in majoring in scientific or mathematical fields, would really like just some general education requirements and like history and AP European history could fulfill that if you make your way there from world history. And US History 1 is another really important class, one of the hardest at Melbourne High School. And in class rankings, it can often determine those due to its difficulty as well as different teachers. Doing well in this class can grant you access to a bunch of more AP classes and build foundations for the some of the classes themselves, as well as testing skills on AP exams. And I find that teaching thinking about world and US history will oftentimes be important, even if you're in STEM fields. These are just some tips in general. If you want to take my class, here are some tips to essentially better yourself before you actually take the class. You should take notes in your own words, use all the notes you can, a variety of sources to further your understanding, and read the textbooks as well. Making study guides and pre-writing or like practice writing essays before your exams would really help. And if you'll be taking any AP history or history college courses, it's important to learn how to skim because you'll be, oftentimes in college you'll be given hundreds of pages of texts to read, And oftentimes at college, history is also a general education requirement. So a good tip to skim basically is to read the first and last lines of each paragraph while moving through and skimming based on and focusing on the main idea or title of the section.
Hello, I'm Eric, and I'm gonna be teaching Algebra 2.
Florina, I'm
Oh,
also
never mind, she's
definitely
here.
here. I'm the other Algebra 2 instructor. Uh, so I've been pretty passionate about math since elementary school, and I'm looking forward to helping students learn that. Uh, yeah.
Hi, I'm Eric. I've always liked math more than the average person. I have many years of experience in math competitions such as AMC, SMT, PUMAC, and BMMT. I'm also passionate about debate. I'm an accomplished pianist, and I'm a nationally ranked fencer. And there's my awards and honors and experience. So this is just a basic overview of the curriculum. We'll dive deeper into Algebra 2 than it is normally taught in like school. And we have 6 units. Some we're gonna be spending more time on, some less. These six are parent functions and transformations, quadratic functions and equations, polynomial functions, radi rational exponents and radical functions, exponential and logarithmic functions, and sequences and series.
Hi, I'm Alethea. I'm one of the instructors for ICE or Integrated Chemistry and Earth Science for rising ninth graders. And if my other instructors also introduce themselves.
My name's William. I'm a rising sophomore at Melbourne High School. I like STEM-related subjects, and I also didn't include this, but I also do robotics. And yeah, and I also play volleyball, debate, and I play the piano and violin.
So I've always been fascinated in STEM, especially in science and engineering, and those are some of my accomplishments.
So again, hi, I'm Alethea. I've loved math and science since my childhood, and I participate in many competitions. I think you can see the list. And I like also reading, drawing, and playing the violin. And I really hope I can share my understanding and my passion with other people through this program. Okay, so let me talk about a little bit of what we're going to be reviewing in the curriculum. So we're basically going to be reviewing all the topics that are going to be taught in ninth grade ICE. And as well as that, we're also going to give you some tips to study or topics to focus on, because ninth grade science is different from eighth grade science, and middle school, there will be more information to cover. So we're just going to talk to you about how to learn the information best.
Okay, now I'll go over the biology class. This is like the equivalent of honors biology, biology before AP biology in a lot of high schools. So just for some background information, I'm a USABO national finalist. So last year I was ranked 5th in the nation, and I do biological research, and I'm highly interested in multidisciplinary biology. So I've had a lot of experience teaching biology over the years. I've been a tutor for over 4 years now, and I taught this same course last year, as well as I've been teaching an AP Bio course over the course of this year. Okay. So the purpose of this course is to learn about the subjects that you will commonly learn about in an honors biology program, and it's a good prerequisite to an AP Bio or a USABO course. So for a course outline, the weeks set for this summer program, the high school bridge program, we will be going over 8 main topics, which will cover the major fields in biology. And first, there will be a small introduction to the course, and then I'll go over cell biology, genetics, some portion of plant biology and animal physiology, and finally ecology.
Okay, so this was our schedule last year. We typically follow this schedule, but depending on people's availabilities, like especially our students, we do have like accommodations. But yeah, it's like in August. I do know some people probably might have like sports commitments, but this is just what typically is going to look like. So it's 4 weeks where it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're learning different things, so you don't get bored. You're not learning the same thing every single day. And it also varies by like we'll do STEM 1 week and then ELA and the ELA history, so like the humanities the other week. And this is like the same thing, but just for 10th grade. It also varies by subject, so like a STEM week and then a humanities week. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have come to a previous session, but we're also interested in like opening up some Science Olympiad courses, but we don't know based on interest, we may or may not host them, but they're just like up in the air right now. So for those of you who are interested, I do want to open up well, in Science Olympiad, it's known as Codebusters, but in the real world, it's called cryptography, and it's related to math as well as computer science. And a lot of your data is protected by these ciphers as well as like cryptographic, don't really know how to pronounce it, but like cryptography techniques where you have to like, it's pretty complicated, but it's like, I know the most famous one is the RSA technique where you're trying to like bypass people through certain types of like encoding and decoding abilities. And just in general, it's going to focus mainly on Science Olympiad competitions, but also its applications in the real world and how those two differ. And they're pretty different, but it's like pretty cool. This is also separate and it's going to be more robust as more of our instructors start to graduate and like attend college. But currently, if you donate $50 or more, you can participate in our sort of mentorship program where we will be meeting every month to sort of cover topics and address people's concerns about middle school, high school, college applications. And they're all going to be firsthand experiences. We will also have a lot of guest speakers, especially this year for like people who have already graduated, since a lot of our instructors haven't yet graduated. And on the topic of like donations, I think because we are a nonprofit, we donate all of our profits either to our school or some type of other nonprofit so that they could use the money to help other people. And we'll go more into that like a bit later. Here's just like a general overview of what like we'll typically talk about in like a year. This course is free, I'm pretty sure, and it's mainly going to be taught by Sophie, but I'll just like jump in and like try to like cover it as best as possible. So this is like an economics course that is going to be split into two sections. So the first part is going to be about like general economics, which covers like eight main topics, which you can see here. And then the second one is about behavior finance that covers the 7 topics covered here. And then we also have a youth circle, which are like monthly meetings that we talk about current events within the finance industry, as well as like the business industry, and like how like artificial intelligence and like trends within the economy have been changing how humans like live and like our daily lives. Okay, I guess she also teaches ICE and SSL lessons. So some of her background is that she was at Melbourne for middle school, but took the ICE and is now at private school. And she performed pretty well with the 95th percentile in math, 99th percentile in reading. And like I guess like why ICE or like why going to private school? A lot of people find that like the resources at private school is better, or like there's an environment that's more suitable for them. So a lot of students like are interested in taking these exams, which are mandatory to go into private school, whether it be like high school private school or like middle school private school, depending on you as well as like your family circumstances.
I'm Timothy, and I had a passion for chess since I was playing in first grade, and I've won many prizes, and I became a chess expert at the age of 9, and I hope to share my knowledge and experience with younger chess players. And I've won many like awards as shown below. And for my lessons, I'm teaching basic principles such as controlling the center, developing pieces, protecting king, etc. along with tactics and puzzle solving. And for more advanced players, I'm going to be focusing more on puzzle solving while still enhancing the previous principles.
We just wanted to share some of our photos from last year with you guys so that you know like what exactly we do outside of teaching classes. If you guys are interested in buying t-shirts to support us as well as like support our school or other organizations, feel free to do so. We also have a book exchange for those, especially if you're a like rising underclassman. I know as an upperclassman, a lot of my books aren't going to be used next year, and I have like a lot of AP books I don't need anymore that are probably going to be donated. So if you are interested, please show up. You're also welcome to donate any books to like the younger students who may be interested. And here are just some photos. We have all types of different books, as well as like books in different languages, which is pretty cool. These are our photos. And we also do volunteering at the food bank, local food bank. So if you live in Milburn, New Jersey or anywhere, it's also a great way to like get your to do some hands-on activities, which you probably don't get to do in school. And we also donated $2,000 to the food bank last year. And then on to our donations in general that we did last year. We're definitely hoping to expand it this year because we've realized it does genuinely help a lot of people, even if you don't realize it. So we donated $2,500 to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to improve the quality of lives for patients as well as the families of patients. Typically, it's very hard to gather donations, especially donations of such big amounts to such impactful societies. So we're very proud of that. We also donated $2,000 to the Community Food Bank, which, if you don't know, they donate food as well as typical stuff you would use at home for people. That is very useful, like baby diapers, baby wipes, stuff like that. We've also donated to our high school teams, for example, our debate as well as Science Olympiad team to sponsor more opportunities. Also very proud to say that our donations, especially to the debate team, were able to cover a lot of tournaments where they were able to make tournaments free for whoever participates. So it is pretty cool, actually.